What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On the Brinkat, and today I'm going to review the latest period piece slash drama slash thriller film, and that film is The Death of Robin Hood. This movie is directed by Michael Sarnoski, and this movie stars Hugh Jackman, Jodie and Bill Skarsgård. Grappling with his past after the life of crime and murder, Robin Hood finds himself gravely injured after a battle he thought would be his last. In the hands of a mysterious woman, he is offered a chance at salvation. So we have another Robin Hood film that comes out, which we have a lot of Robin Hood movies that have came out. So this is more of a dark, gripping take on the Robin Hood story, and this movie is directed by Michael Sarnoski, who directed Pig and A Quiet Place Day One, which those two movies I really do like. I really do love this cast. Hugh Jackman as Robin Hood. I'm in for this movie, and the trailers actually really do impress me, and I was really curious to see how this movie's going to come upon. I actually watched this movie the same day that I watched Toy Story 5. I decided to have a double movie day. I watched Toy Story 5, which I really do like. So I went into The Death of Robin Hood with an open mind. Now, what are my thoughts on this movie? Because this movie is very mixed by a lot of people. Some people really like this film. Some people thought this film was very slow and boring. Where am I on that defense? Well, let's start talking about the pros first, because this is kind of like how I would picture this movie. Start talking about the pros, then let's get to the negatives. Absolutely, the performances of this film is really well done in this film, especially Hugh Jackman in this film as Robin Hood. I have grown up with Hugh Jackman ever since I watched him in the X-Men movies. But even outside the X-Men movies, he is a fantastic actor. All of his films outside of X-Men, like Prisoners, I thought he was great. I like Someone Staying Blue. I thought that movie was very underrated. Even The Greatest Showman, I thought he was great. This movie, he is really good in this film, playing this brutal take on Robin Hood. And I like the concept of making Robin Hood, instead of like this hero that we know and love, he just murders people and he enjoys it. That whole concept of that. I thought it's a really good twist they take on this story. And from performance-wise, I think Hugh Jackman does a terrific job in this film. Jodie is also really good in this film as this nurse that treats Robin Hood in the film. She is really good in this film. Bill Skarsgård, for the screen time he stole the movie for me. He is really powerful in this film at a couple of moments that I was really surprised about. And at first, I'm like, I didn't recognize Bill Skarsgård until the more times it comes along. And I'm like, oh shit. That's Bill Skarsgård, and I thought he does a really good job in this film as Little John. Easily, to me, the best aspect of this film is the first 25 minutes of this film. The first 25 minutes of this film felt like The Northman meets The Revenant with Robin Hood, and my god, the first 25 minutes are brutal. There are some really brutal violence in the film, and brutal in the way where I wasn't laughing going, holy shit, in a way where I'm just like, oh my god. It really goes that far. The first 25 minutes is really brutal. It's violent, the film, and the action in the first 25 minutes is really well done and really well filmed in this film. And the overall film looks gorgeous. The way The Death of Robin Hood looks, it looks absolutely beautiful throughout. The cinematography is well done in this film, and also the score in this film, I'm not gonna lie, it actually is really beautiful in this film. There are some really beautiful Irish, Scottish type music in the film with bagpipes. It is really beautiful in this film, I'm not going to lie. So the first 25 minutes, how it's set up, it is really well done in this film. But that is when I'm going to get to my flaws of the film. Now, with my flaws of the film, it is mixed by some people. Some people may like this, some people may not like this. To me, I was not enjoying the second and third act of the film, where Hugh Jackman wakes up in the civilization, when Jodie Comer's character after the first 25 minutes. It definitely slowed the film down a lot. This is a very slow burn film throughout the second to third act in the film, and I was not feeling, in my opinion, the emotions that I wanted it to be. I understand what this film is trying to do, kind of making Hugh Jackman learning from his mistakes and knowing what he did. I understand what they're going for with it. But there's nothing really too much as interesting as I want it to be. And not that I want this movie to be an action film completely. I'm okay with this movie being a period piece drama, but after the first 25 minutes, there is no threat there is nothing interesting that happens throughout it. It's just Hugh Jackman settling in with this civilization. I would say he has a really good chemistry with this little girl in the film that has a connection with the plot of the film. I thought that aspect is really well done in the film. But that's the only thing that I was kind of invested and interested in throughout. I was literally sitting like looking at my phone the entire time going, is this film gonna do something for me, or it's just gonna keep being a slow burn and kind of being more of a melodrama film? Like I said, people might like this film for that, some people might not like this film for that, and I appreciate that this film at least is trying to do something kind of different with the Robin Hood story. But you know, it's not for me, you know, I can see there's gonna be some fans of this movie out there, and I can see what Michael Sarnoski does with the film, but I just was not invested in it. I'm sorry. I was not invested into it. Through the final act of the film, it kind of picks up for me, and I'm like, okay, I understand the message and what the story is going along, but I feel like with this setup, I'm just like, okay, I'm expecting a little bit more. Even the post of the movie is literally like the first 25 minutes of the film, but the movie just completely switches. It's more of just like Hugh Jackman kind of learning his ways throughout it, and like I said, I understand what they're going for, but to me, it just wasn't my thing. I was honestly pretty bored throughout this film, to the point where I was actually really let down what this film is trying to do for me. So overall guys, The Death of Robin Hood had really great performances of the film. I think Hugh Jackman is fantastic as Robin Hood. Jodie is really good in the film. Bill Skarsgård is good in the film. The little girl also does a really good job in the film. This is a beautiful looking film overall with the landscapes and all that stuff, and the score and the cinematography. It's all very effective, and the first 25 minutes I think sets up this film really well. But then when the story kind of kicks in, when Hugh Jackman wakes up in civilization, that's when the film really slows down for me and it just becomes a slow bore fest for me. I understand what the messages are coming upon, and I understand there are some fans out there that might like this slow burn and might not like this slow burn. It's definitely going to be very mixed for everybody. This movie is definitely not for everybody. If you're into like classic Robin Hood, you're definitely not going to like this film. I think the direction's really good in the film, and the technicality is really good in the film. The performances overall really empowered me, but I just wish the story could have been a little bit more investing and a little bit more better, because literally after the first 25 minutes, there's really nothing else that happens. There's no threat. It's just Hugh Jackman learning what he does from mistakes and settling into civilization, to the point where nothing really impactful happens and no emotion actually really kicks in until I would say the last. I would say for The Death of Robin Hood, I would give this movie a meh rating.
I mean, it's alright, like,
I would say the first 25 minutes took me away from please go skip this movie rating, because the first 25 minutes is worth to see from the brutality that brought us. But yeah, I was a little bit let down by The Death of Robin Hood, and I wish the movie could have been a little bit better. So guys, that is my review for The Death of Robin Hood. In my opinion, let me know what you think of this movie in the comments below. Do you like the slow burn bits, or you didn't like the slow burn bits? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.